So, this is my okay. Welcome back to the channel. Sorry, the audio is missing on this. I thought I was getting it with my Bluetooth, but I was walking up on the scene, and as you can see, there's security guards up here. There's two security guards, patrol cars. I'm putting down my drink, looking. The dude in the cowboy hat is the one that tased me, unlawfully tased me after I bought the pop. I talked to the cop, tried to get the information. There's the lady that he yanked her shoulder so bad that she had to go and receive medical treatment. So I don't know the details of why he yanked her, but he used excessive force on her, getting some cuffs on her, and enough to where she had been sitting there complaining. I heard for like 10 minutes, waiting for the ambulance to come, and they finally came. So that's the dude right there in the cowboy. That's dude I named Cowboy. He's the one that tased me in the chest after I assaulted me. I turned around, he assaulted me, knocked a pop out of my hand, and then I guess he felt in fear of his life, he said to the cop, and then he tased me as I was backing up out the door. So there again, this is not even 90 days later. He is assaulting a woman. The matter of fact, the day before this happened right here, I got this video recording. I was just talking to the same officer that took down my information about this case being tased on that property right there as you're seeing, and the officer that took down all the information said that all the information is in, all the body cam footage, even his report. Right here, I just want to just make it clear. I went up to the firefighters and I'm like, "Hey, man, is this lady okay?" And they turned their back on me and they said they can't really tell me anything because it'd be a violation of HIPAA. And I said, "Okay, that's cool." I said, "Hey, did you guys?" And I started to ask him. I said, "Hey, man, how many times you roll up on the scene?" And this dude has been on the scene with some complaint, somebody's hurt, and they said, "Well, we can't tell you that either. That's a violation of HIPAA." So I said, "Okay, cool. I'm gonna go back." So I walked back and see that, the pavement right there. I don't want to get on that pavement, but anyways, going back, the officer Hawk that got all the information, had recorded everything. He arrived on the scene, took down all my information. Oh, look at this guy. Look what he's saying. He's going to try and justify his use of force against this woman to the cop. And look what happens. Look what happens between security guards and cops. Okay, just take a second. He's over here griping about how awful she was. Probably some stupid shit she said. And that's the reason why he had to use excessive force on her to get her to comply. So, and the cop does nothing. Doesn't even write a ticket. Doesn't even do nothing. Doesn't even, "Hey man, let me request body cam footage." Nothing. Just takes a report like it's a normal day. And that sadistic son of a bitch in the cowboy hat smiled at me when I asked him, has the DA got a hold of him yet for the assault charge that I have against this guy? And he looked up at me with his nose up in the air and he's like, "Nope." And you know what I did? I made a friendly gesture. I said, "Hey man," I said, "why don't you take off your badge and your full body armor?" And I said, "Hey, there's a workout gym over here." I said, "Let's go work out." I said, let's put on some pads, brother, you and I. Let's put on some pads and let's go work out." And he says, you're harassing me now." And I said, "No, I'm not harassing you. I'm just simply inviting you to a fair fight now, because the last time you called the cops on me and then tased me after I bought a pop." So yep. And there he is right there. Oh, I'm kind of shaking because, my adrenaline's flowing. So I'm trying to get the best video, but at the same time, I'm looking at the same dude who fucking drew blood on me, tased me right in my chest, dude. First prong hit me right in my chest, second prong hit me in my stomach. Yeah, bro. And the cops did nothing then. Absolutely nothing to this guy. As a matter of fact, even after all that, I got trespassed. Okay, this dude's rolling up, and he's gonna be like, "What's going on?" So I was telling him, it's nothing to do with him. I said, this dude tased me in my chest, and now he hurt some other woman. So I just wanted to get this down. Incident report number or something, I don't know. I didn't go ask. But at the same time, I don't even know what was said. What I want to do is pull a background check on this cowboy dude that works for Alpha Protection Services, whatever, something like that. I went to Alpha, talked to the owner, and the owner said he was not going to give me a fucking thing. And I said all I wanted was an apology, maybe understand, take away his body armor. Oh, so he's coming up, and he's going to get in his car or talk to his buddy for a second. So this is like, hey man, where are we going to go meet next? What homeless person? Okay, there goes the cop. Doesn't even really do nothing. Okay, off to the next one. So there you go. Yeah, so I've been trying forever to get some help, some type of legal advice, some type of lawyer to look at my body cam footage, what happened inside the Loaf-N-Jug. But I get no replies from nobody out here. But it's all good. I'm going to take this dude in and into district court if I got to. Civil lawsuits coming. I'm right now going through the federal codes of civil procedure, and then I'm looking up the codes of federal regulations and yada yada yada. So I didn't know about the case, and what happened was this guy was asking me, he's like, what happened? So I told him a little bit, and he's going to go to his car. I'm like, hey cowboy. I said, what's up cowboy? I said, hey man, are you still want to take me up on my offer? And so he closed the door, right? Watch. As he backs up, I'm going to ask him. I'm like, hey man. I was like, so you illegally assault me. And then I was like, you illegally assault this woman. I said, what's next? What is it going to take for us to get you off of this force? Is it going to be you beating up some children? And he was like, have a nice day. And rolled off. Yeah. And his buddy too. So yeah, Alpha Protective Services. You want to talk about Pueblo? There was a dude that did a thing. This lady just won a lawsuit, $1.5 million, I guess it was, for false raid or something. Pueblo's not good. But anyways, there he goes, off to go find the next homeless person or the next little victim that he can to beat up, because probably he's got a shriveled dick and he ain't getting no sex at home. Look at that piece of shit. And we pay for it, still collecting a paycheck.